Right, so let's do a review of this. It's the latest My Time range from Indesit, and it boasts of giving you 6 everyday fast programs that perform in less than 59 minutes, or 1 hour, however you want to put it. And the range doesn't stop there, so you can start off with the 6kg slim 1200 spin model, which comes out at around £190. Then there's a 7kg, an 8kg and a 9kg. Now if you have the 8 and 9kg, you get a inverter motor on it, making it nice and silent. With the 9kg model, like I've got here, you get this big display as well. You also get the most options out the lot. So whether you have 6 or the 9, you'll always get the everyday fast programs. There's slightly different layouts of programs available, and the options change on each of the different models. So if you have the 7 or the 8kg, 6, 7 or 8kg, you won't have a button here. You'll only end up with the extra rinse and the extra wash button, with no energy saver button, and you'll have no key lock either. You'll have a delay start using the little LEDs instead at the side. But you still get variable spin and variable temperature. So, where shall we start? Well, I'm going to start off with the condition. This machine's a year old. The sticker is still there, coming away. There's a scratch on it from probably when they've moved it, and there's a scratch up at top here. But other than that, it's actually no rust, and it's perfectly white even after a year, which is like what we like to see. And inside, there's no black marks, there's no mould build-up. No, this is probably because of how it's used. I got it and it was set to cotton 59-minute wash, which is 60 degrees, so it's probably likely always done a 60-degree cycle. We've got a muck down here, but that's not mould. In fact, it's coming away, it's black. It might have been me, to be honest, if I've had a cotton brush, mucky hands. Anyway, enough of that. Right, so inside we've got a 9kg drum and an inverter motor. This drum's also used on the 8 and the 10. At the bottom here we've got our kick plates here, and you can remove this and then empty the drain filter, which there's already a video of on YouTube. It's doing pretty well anyway for views wise. So on our detergent drawer we have all our programs listed 1 to 16 in different groups. So we've got our everyday fast cycles, which are less than 59 minutes long, our special and partial programs, which are more specialist, including the rinse and spin programs, which are your partial programs. Then we've got dedicated, such as duvable silicone curtains and both your eco standard cycles and your normal cotton cycles. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go through each program, turn it on here. Do you know what helps? When it's plugged in. Right, so to turn it on normally, you can turn it off by hitting the on and off button briefly. If you press and hold, doesn't work. Sometimes when you come to turn it on, you might have just have to hold that for a second rather than straight away. But anyway, our My Time programs are here. So we're going to start off with program 1. It's mixed coloured at 59 minutes long at 40 degrees. Which allows you to wash a full load, but our final spin is limited to just 1000 RPM. Program 2 is cotton at 59 minutes, which allows you to wash a full load of cotton with a limited spin of 1000 RPM again. All these everyday fast programs are only for lightly soiled laundry, or basically for your daily wear, as to put it. So if you only want it for less than 24 hours, it's generally okay to go on these cycles, so long as there's no stains. Cotton 45 is a 40 degree program, which has a maximum of 1200 RPM and allows you to wash a half load of cotton. Program 4 is synthetics at 59. Now the cool thing about this, it's limited to 1000 RPM because it's synthetic cycle, but that's the same limited spin as normal synthetics, which I'll show you later on. And while we have it says 40 degrees here, but you can actually go around to 60, and it's still only 59 minutes long. See? The synthetic cycle, of course, is limited to half a load. That's 4.5 kilo on this. And if you've got the 6 kilo model, for example, it'd be only 3 kilo. Program 5 is Mix 30, minute wash, 30 degrees, final spin of 800 RPM. It's made for mixed colours and for mixed synthetics and cotton as well. Then we've got an Express 20-minute program at 20 degrees and a max spin of 800 RPM, which will allow you to wash again a half load for some bizarre reason. And it will do 1 rinse less and only wash at 20 degrees. It's a bit weird, really. So our special and partial, Program 7 is the gym kit, allowing you to wash sportswear. This will do an automatic pre-wash anyway before the main cycle. It does a slow spin and it's done nowadays at 40 degrees. It used to be only at 30, but they've clearly upped it, which is quite nice. Then we've got sports shoes, Program 8, 50 minutes, which means it's 10 minutes less than the previous generation, which allows you to wash 1 large pair or 2 smaller pairs of sports trainers or any kind of shoes that are machine washable on this cycle. And it limits the temperature to 30 degrees. Very cool 30 degrees. Reason being that when washing these, it uses the same wash mechanism as it does on the wool cycle, not allowing the trainers to actually tumble and therefore not to smash your drum paddles and your drum to bits. Program 9 allows you to wash 4 kilo of baby clothes. It's for delicate laundry, so it limits the temperature to 40 degrees and has a slow spin of 800 RPM, which is slower than the previous generation. It used to spin at 1000. Though it's supposedly quicker, but under my own testing, I found it to be an hour 40 rather than an hour 25. So, Program 10's rinse and spin only. It's 55 minutes long because it actually does 3 rinses, I think, and then followed by a full final spin. Which of course you can adjust, so if you're washing more delicate fabrics, like synthetics for example, you can set to 800 RPM or something like that. Up to you. Then we've got spin and drain. So if you want spin, you can select any spin speed you want. If you want drain only, select it off and it will do drain only. Now it used to, now it says 3 minutes. Now it used to, right up until this generation, used to take the same length of time to do the drain programs it would do to do the spin program. And that's because it's simply just a distribution tumble speed until the very end of the program. At least this time now they've changed it so it just does the anti-crease kind of tumbles at the end and that's it. Program 12 is duvet. It allows you to wash, well, a double duvet. I tried fitting the king in, it didn't quite fit. Not really too surprised, as my LG 11 kilo is the only machine that's ever been able to take it. It only washes at 30 degrees, which is a bit annoying. I'd rather wash it at 60. And our final spin is 1000 RPM. Obviously limited because it's poly, you know, it's for polyester duvet. It's not really for duck down. Program 13 is wool at 40 degrees. It allows you to wash 2 kilo of wool. Like I said before, it does that special distribution action to stop the fabrics from falling over and tangling into each other. Then we've got a silk and curtains program, which allows you to wash, well, either 1 kilo of silks, or you can wash a set of curtains. There's no real state of how much curtains you can wash. Obviously it washes with incredibly high water level. Obviously it limits the temperature to 30 degrees, and when I press spin, it's beeping because you can only have no spin, or drain only right at the end. Program 15 is the Eco Standard program at both 60 and 40 degrees. At 60, it will take 4 hours, set it to 40 and it'll take 3 hours 45, and then you can also select 50 and 30 and they still do the same eco standard pattern at the reduced temperature. So that's really pretty cool actually. The only trouble is, what you'll find is, if I end up messing about with both the temperature and the spin, or any of these options at the top here, it will carry them on to the next cycle rather than reset the options to maximum, or what they're supposed to be preset at. So you've got to be careful when doing that. They've still not modified that. However, it is a step forward that the fact that Indesit have now modified this final spin and drain cycle, so at least when you select no spin, it does do a drain only. The final cycle we've got is Cotton 90. This is a general cotton program, but unlike the Eco program, if we select 60, apart from being shorter, it will also perform the cycle at 60, which is pretty good. This allows you to, obviously, all the cotton programs I mentioned take a full load, and will all do a full spin of, like I said, you've got to be careful, of 1400 RPM, which is its max spin for any of these. If you've got the 6 kilo model and some of the 7 and 8 kilo models, there you have a 1200 option as well. Right, we'll go back over here. Now, we've got these options over here. So extra rinse, when selected, it will up the rinse count from 2 to 3, and the extra rinse function is there for either bulkier loads or for sensitive skin, such as, well, baby clothes, but I'll show you that in a bit of a little while. We've also got this button, extra wash, but what's unusual is how extra it is. Extra wash will allow you to wash a full load at, well, on mixed colour it's still limited to 40 degrees, and on any of the other programs as well it's still only limited to what I've shown you so far, but they will all do a 1400 spin. So mixed coloured with extra wash will do the normal length mixed coloured cycle as you will find on the other Indesits. When we select extra wash on program 2, Cotton 59, it will just do a Cotton 60 program. No, really, that's all it does. It really just does Cotton 90 set at 60, because that's all it's limited to. And it follows the exact same pattern. The only difference is 1 minute, and that's it. Still allows you to do a full load, still does max spin, still does up to 60 degrees, see? Ready? Right. Program 3, Cotton at 40. Exactly the same. I'm not kidding. Pressing this on 2 and 3 is practically the same program. Program 4 with extra wash with synthetics 59 now becomes a normal synthetics length cycle for normal soiled synthetics. We can still go up to 60 degrees, but also one thing that also is different between all these is if you select everyday fast, then change the temperature, the time doesn't go down or up. However, on normal with extra wash, it does. See? Oh, and like I also said before, selecting extra wash on this still limits the spin to 1000 RPM because it's synthetic. Program 5 is where it gets even more weirder. Right? Pressing extra wash now takes up to 2 hours. You can now wash a full load and do a full spin. It's limited to 30 degrees. And extra wash is still a con, even on Express 20, because it's actually, watch, the exact same program. Extra wash only is available on one more program, and that's the baby care cycle. So when you select this extra wash option, it goes up to a staggering 3 hours 20 and 1400 RPM. But it also allows you to wash a full load of baby clothes if you want, because what this actually does, hidden away, is that it does do 5 rinses and is actually the anti-allergy program at 40 degrees as you would find on the Hotpoint Smarts and the Hotpoint Aquarius. So there you go. I didn't know that. Right, like I said, extra wash doesn't affect anywhere else. The other thing we got here is the Energy Saver program. Now if you're washing with cold wash detergents such as gel detergent, you're limited to around 3.5 kilo for cotton, 3 kilo for synthetics, and 3 kilo for the mixed program. I'm going to show you. But this doesn't change as well. Notice, watch, program 1, 2, 3 are cotton programs. Program 4 is a synthetic program, and program 5 is a mixed program. Same with program 6. It does a special wash action, and that's why it's actually more for your gel detergent. It doesn't use any, it only uses cold water, it doesn't heat it up. Right, the final thing I'm going to show you is, oh, we've got key lock over here. And we've also got variable temperature, so we can have 90, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20 and off variations, as well as variable spin of 1400, 1200, 1000, 800, 6.5, 400 and no spin. We've also got a delay start from half an hour in half an hour increments all the way to 10 hours. And then 1 hour steps all the way up to 24 hours. Right, so let's set this up for wash then. So in here we've got compartments labelled 1, 2 and this fabric softener here, and basically you'll never use compartment 1 because this is for pre-wash, except there is no pre-wash option. It even says in the manual not to use this compartment. So all your powder detergent goes into compartment 2. I'm going to pour a small drop of fabric softener into the final compartment. So we're going to switch it on here. We're going to select program 2. We're going to make sure it's at 60 and we'll do it at 1000 RPM. Bit annoying because it's towels. Right, the one other thing I haven't mentioned yet is that it also has something called Water Balance Plus, which basically measures how much washing is in here. Now here's the downside. So the downside of using the everyday fast programs is that this time isn't going to change after 10 minutes. On any of the other programs with a half load like this, Normally on the cotton programs, even with the extra wash option, it will actually decrease the time because it sends a half load or something like that. For example, on Eco, with a full load it's 4 hours, with a half load it's 3 hours. Not on these everyday class programs. Doesn't change. The only thing that does change on this is the water level for the rinses. So there we go, it's all done. It smells nice. It is lightly soiled, so I'm not going to be checking the dirt, am I? No. But they're adequately cleaned and refreshed. That's for sure. However, one real noticeable thing you will notice as soon as you take these out is how damp they are. Yes, it does 1,000 spin, but it's not very long. And unfortunately, that's the same for a lot of the other cycles too. Right, so what am I going to give this out of 10 then? Well, for value, it's actually pretty good. You get a 9 kilo load, 1400 spin. This model comes out on AO.com for $269, which is pretty good. You actually get one option and an additional 1, 2, 3, 4 cycles. 5 cycles, additional 5 cycles with the extra wash, and an additional 3 with the energy saver. So in total we have 24 cycles there, and an extra rinse option, and a chance to change the temperature. So yeah, it's adequate enough. It gets everything done. I like the fact you can fit a double duvet in, just not a king size like I tried to. Downsides, the cycle times are quite long for the normal cycles. Synthetics is nearly, what, 2 hours 5 for 40? That's quite a long time considering just 10 years ago it would have only been an hour 20 or 30 for a 9 kilo drum like this. The My tiny cycles though, I'm not adequately impressed with. You see, Indesit, who own Hotpoint, who manufacture the same boards for Hotpoint and program them exactly the same, can do the same 59-minute 60-degree wash, but with a full fat final spin. So even if you have a 1600 model, you can still have a 1600 spin on the fast wash 60-minute cycle. And it's also 60 minutes long, we've even tried it out. The 59-minute cycle on this is 56 minutes long. So it's not lighting. It's even got a tub clean function on this model, which is up here. So you can keep your machine adequately clean. But the other downside though is that this drawer is still the same standard drawer that they've had for the last 20-30 years nearly. And they're prone to breaking if you're not careful when taking them out to clean. I also don't like the fact that all the spin speeds are limited on these cycles. I mean, take a look at Cotton 45. Why is it set to 1200? I mean, surely they could have reprogrammed it to actually go to 1400. That wouldn't have been too bad. It would have been nice to have the Cotton 60 to go up to 1400 as well. And why doesn't the extra wash affect the other cycles? I mean, surely it would have been nice to have a quicker version of the gym kit, because Indesit have a sport intensive and sport light mode. This has just gym kit sport intensive mode. It would have been nice to have that as well, so you could have had sport light, 1 hour, and then press that button, extra wash, sport intensive. Just little things that they could have done. Button response is a lot more quicker, and I still don't like the fact that obviously if you change out the options, you have to sort of manually reset it, otherwise you're going to end up with the wrong settings. What to give this out of 10 then? 7 out of 10. Overall, it's not bad. Overall, it's quite a good machine. It does get impressive results at the end of the day. On the normal wash cycles, I did a full load on Mix Colour 59, but with extra wash. I'm showing you now a 45 with properly stained clothes and a proper full load, and it did actually come out spotless. Can't argue with that. Yeah, overall it's not bad, I suppose. I do kind of like the design. I like the My Time design. I actually do like this bit, the fact that they've highlighted this bit, they've highlighted this bit here. Those little things are quite good. Right, that's my rambling over. Yeah, it could be improved, but other than that,